Hey, hello, and welcome back to my AuthorTube channel. I am Autumn Ashley, and today I am going to be writing out the scene cards for my antagonist. I have been waiting so long to actually work out the scenes for my antagonist. Briefly going over what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days. I have 4 scene cards for my one antagonist. One of these scene cards is the backstory for her. I'm gonna go ahead and pump that out first, work and develop more of her backstory. And I'm really excited to dive into her because she is one of my favorite characters. She's just so misunderstood, and I feel like I'm going to be getting the chance to understand her and really be her and put myself into her shoes. I'm excited to actually get to dive into her and write her backstory and 3 scenes. Last week I did the 2 sidekicks to the main character, and both of those characters had their backstory as well as 2 other scene cards to work out for both of them. For her, it's going to be a little bit different. So I have her backstory for one of the scene cards. I needed to work her out a little bit more than the other 2 secondary characters. For her, I decided to do 3 scene cards plus a backstory. And each of these scenes, I believe I chose a scene from each act. Going back to my outlining method, which I used the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter outline for outlining for my first draft. And it worked out fantabulous. Using that to pick the scenes that I did for my antagonist, I tried to pick at least 1 scene from each act. My idea is to watch her grow. I wanted to give you guys a little recap first. I believe my buddy Meredith Phillips, she's got her live stream going in about 9 minutes. She had to reschedule it because she had something that happened. Oh wait, you know what? It might be an hour behind. Well, we're gonna check on that. No, it's right, because it's 2:30 my time. We've got that in 9 minutes. I am going to be hopping into her stream and going to be working on the backstory first for my antagonist. That's what we've got ahead of us. Wish me luck, send me all the positive vibes, and let's get to it. Also, you guys, don't make fun of me for wearing my beanie. It's so cold outside and I'm not used to the cold, okay? I live in the South and it's been like 40 to 50 degrees and I'm frozen and my ears are so cold, and when my ears are cold I can't concentrate. Anywho, working on the backstory for this character. Meredith's live stream has started. We're about halfway through the first sprint, so I wanted to check in with you guys and let you know how I'm doing on my writing. It's going well so far. I did a little intro to where she came from for her backstory. So her backstory being what's happened before the story has started, the antagonist when she was just a wee girl, and it all pretty much started from there. I am working on that and slowly starting to get to the point where she has her first encounter with my protagonist, the main character, and my main character's name is Brina. We're working towards their first interaction together, but wanted to go ahead and fill you guys in with what I have been working on. Her backstory is not too complex. It's pretty simple. Maybe I'll see or think of a few extra things that might be able to add a little bit more, but for now, I like it. It's short and sweet, and well, not sweet. It's a rough childhood, but she can do it. She will make it through. She might be a different person. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to it, and we'll see if I can finish this. I don't know what kind of voodoo is going on here, but I finished the backstory. Oh my gosh, that was like the fastest I've ever written anything like this. I think I'm gonna go back and reread through her backstory just to check and make sure I didn't leave anything out or I didn't need to expand on anything, because I really like her backstory, and maybe that's why I wrote it so fast is because I love it. I really, really enjoy this character. I love writing morally gray characters, but I also love writing characters that are just misunderstood. And by golly, she is just incredibly misunderstood. Maybe that's why I'm really feeling it. Or I took a nap and I'm drinking tea. I don't know, it's not caffeinated, but I don't know, I'm feeling really good about it. We're just gonna keep on chugging along, see what more we can come up with. Well, I am on track for staying on task. I'm doing great with staying on task. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to say. So what I'm afraid of is I don't want to overdo it with everything right now, considering I do want to do some working on this at like midnight tonight, and it's 3 o'clock now, so I don't want to overdo it. I think I will go back over what I've just written for the backstory for my antagonist, see where we're sitting at that, if I need to write anything more, or maybe just throw in some other things that could possibly be something. And then tonight I think I will start on a scene card. I think that's a good plan to start with right now. Let's do that. And I think Meredith is about to jump. Ooh, yeah, we're about to do a 30-minute sprint. Let me get back to that, and I might check in with you guys a little bit later today, but if not, I'm sure I will give you guys a recap of what I've done at some point. I want to check in with you guys because it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, November 7th. I am doing some accountability buddy sprints with Sarah Sutton, Trinity Lem, and Kayla Kempers. I am making a lot of progress. When we were talking about what we were going to be doing for our accountability buddy sprints, I pulled out the 3 cards that I needed to work on for this character, and I wanted to at least start working on one of the scene cards. And I wasn't exactly sure at first what scene card I wanted to work on. Kayla had an awesome idea because I had them kind of fanned out. She was like, oh, we'll just grab whichever, the 3rd one in the stack and just write that one. I pulled the 3rd one from the stack and it's perfect. It was actually the first act scene. I thought that was awesome that I went straight from working on her backstory into the first hiccup in Act 1. We've been sprinting since I think 11, but I ended up finishing this scene card and I'm ahead. I'm so happy I'm ahead. My girls, they're behind me right there. You see them? Thank you so much, Kayla. Fantastic idea to do that. I think I'm going to reread it, see if I need to add a few things to it. If I need to, great. If not, I think I'm going to move on to another scene card and see how much work I can get done. I wanted to jump in real quick and say hello, and it is November 10th, Wednesday, November 10th. And right now we are in the second sprint on Kayla Kemper's channel. I wanted to come over here and tell you guys what I'm going to be working on. So I am going to pick right back up where I left off the other day. I think it was on the 8th or the 7th. And I'm gonna see how much I can get done. I have all intentions on finishing the scene that I stopped midway through. It shouldn't be a very long scene, but it is a pretty detailed scene. So I want to take my time with that scene and really try to hit the main points that are happening in that scene. I'm really excited to see where this particular scene is going to go and putting my antagonist in the front seat. That was the quick mini update I wanted to give you guys before I'm gonna go back and sit and write at my desk. So wish me luck. I hope that I finish this scene the next time I check in with you guys. It is much later than I thought it was going to be when I was going to give you guys this update. I was able to finish that scene card and I took a break. I ended up taking a long nap and it was absolutely lovely. It's about 11 o'clock right now. I have been working on the next scene card and it's going along pretty smoothly. Is it bad that I'm kind of finding my antagonist much more interesting than my protagonist? I really enjoyed my antagonist before I like really knew her, and now I'm getting to know her really well and I'm like, I actually really like you. You are awesome. I have been writing for about 30 minutes or so, working on the next scene card. I might stop for the night and read one of the books that I have on my fall TBR. I'm gonna get back to it and I will check in with you guys very soon, or tomorrow, whatever comes first. Bro, dude, vlogging today has just not been my forte. This is like my third time trying to film this, so bear with me. And halfway through the video footage before this, my battery died, so we were winning there. I have not written anything today, and it is 5:30 in the afternoon. The last I checked in with you guys was last night. I had a very busy day. I was not able to work on writing, but that's what I want to work on for the remainder of today. I have the rest of the last scene card that I have for my antagonist. I want to go ahead and jump in and finish that scene, talk to you guys a little bit about it. I do want to share my thoughts on a couple of pros and maybe a con of doing this little experiment, I guess that's what it would be. Just working on my scene cards and developing my secondary characters a little bit more. While I absolutely love working on these scene cards and building these secondary characters and really understanding their backstory, and I chose key scenes for each of these characters, while I'm loving this process, I don't feel like it's pushing the story forward at all. That's, to me, probably the only con. The first would be the pro, and then this is the con. I have like that creeping thing in the back of my mind where like, what if all the work that I'm doing this month is wasted? But then the optimistic side of myself is like, it's not wasted because you're at least getting the words out. You're understanding these characters a little bit more. So like right now, I kind of have like the little angel and the little devil on my shoulder. I kind of have them like going back and forth. I feel like this could be kind of a waste of time, and then this one over here is like, no words written are a waste of time. You just have to get the words out. I really am enjoying the process of understanding these secondary characters. I've learned so much from them in this short amount of time. All last week, I worked on the 2 sidekicks to my main character, and then this week I'm working on my antagonist. 3 characters I have started to shape more than I had shaped them in the 5 months of writing the story. I'm trying to look at it like that, where I'm dedicating a full month to these secondary characters versus spending drafts and drafts and drafts slowly starting to understand these characters. I think in the long run it's going to pay off, but I have that little bit of doubt and that little bit of,
oh no, what if this is a waste of time?
I really don't feel like it is a waste of time. It's just something that keeps bothering me, and I'm like, why does this thought keep popping into my mind? That is something I just wanted to share. These scene cards are going along a lot better than I thought that they would be. I am very happy with the progress that I'm making, and going into writing and know exactly what I want to work on, know exactly what I want to happen in the story. So when I sit down to write, I feel like I'm already in that mindset, already helping me figure out where I need this story to go. I do love doing the scene cards for that reason too, and going into it knowing today this is what I'm going to work on, or this week I'm going to be working on the antagonist, and then like next week I already have it in my mind that I'm going to be working on the love interest. Once I finish working on my antagonist, I can go ahead and get into the mindset of working on my love interest and just dive on into that. A lot of emotions, I guess, going on right now, but nothing bad. It all feels positive. It just feels like it's all stuff that I just needed to get out and I just needed to say. So thank you guys so much for listening to this little ramble fest that we had going on. It's been on my mind, and I feel like now that I'm saying it out loud, we're ready to move on. Let's go ahead and get back to writing my final scene card. Halfway through it, and I will check in with you guys once I finish it. I don't think it's going to take me very long, but if it does, I'm sure I will update you guys on that process. So wish me luck, and I will update you guys very soon. I'm I'm obviously not gonna get very far without my scene card. You are crooked. And I lost the scene card. Just like that. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's do this. I finished this scene. It actually was not as long as I thought it was going to be. I feel like all of the antagonist scenes were relatively short, but the whole point of me doing her scenes, I was really trying to capture her dislike for Brina, and I feel like I captured it fairly well. I feel really good about that. I like the antagonist's scenes. I think the scenes that are the most strong were actually the scenes that I wrote last week for the sidekicks. I feel like I was really able to capture them a bit more than with what I've been doing with the antagonist. Other than that, I feel like what I've done so far for these three characters has been great. Next week, I'm going to be working on the love interest, which that should be interesting. I think I have a little romantic scene in there that I'm going to attempt to write. I am not a romantic person and not very good at writing romantic scenes either, so that should be fun. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close the vlog out now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed, and you can be part of this rating journey. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.